Thanks for joining us on the John Mendola Show. We're driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. Let's talk with Sal Biasi, a senior at Hazleton Area, who's lighting it up for many years. He continues to do that his senior basketball year. And Sal, welcome in. Tell us about your basketball skills that you've developed over the years. And man, you could really pour the points on. That's for sure.
How you doing? It took a lot of hard work, practicing by yourself, going to the gym with my parents. My dad and mom both rebounded for me over the years. It's a lot of work on your individual skills, and then once you get together with your team, you use them and see however that could impact your team the best way.
Well, tell us about your mentality when you're out on the court and the type of player that you are.
Well, I believe to be a good player anywhere, you have to have that competitive instinct, the drive to win. I'm not really a fan of losing, so I'll do whatever I have to for my team to win the game, no matter what it is.
Well, talk about that competitive part of you, because people watch you on the court, and some of the words they use to describe you could be intense or driven or a go-getter. You play, like you say, to win the game, but some people may not know who Sal Biasi really is and what drives him.
It's just a lot of hard work. It's just wanting to win, wanting to get people to the games, having a good time on the court, like with my teammates. It's our last season together, so a few of us aren't going to play in college after this because me, myself, I'm going to Penn State to play baseball, so I really want to leave my heart on the floor and do whatever I could to possibly help this team be remembered and just create a legacy for us and for myself.
Well, you've created that by scoring all the points, becoming the all-time leading scorer there at Hazleton. And, a compliment to you, a kid like Austin Yonora from Tunkhannock said he's kind of modeled his game a little bit after you, and he's still playing in high school as a junior. He's got another year to go. But we're seeing guys like you kind of seem like you've been the shot in the arm, 30, 40 points. Now we're seeing it both in the Wyoming Valley Conference and the Lackawanna League that guys are throwing up numbers like that.
Yeah, It means a lot when players try and base their stuff off of me. It kind of tells me that I've done something like for myself, for others to model. It's just a lot of hard work. A lot of people can do it. It's just you need to have the drive and you need to put the time in by yourself.
Well, you may be more well-known for basketball than what you're going to college for, which is baseball, and you mentioned that. Penn State University is where you're going to play baseball. Tell us about the type of baseball player you are, the positions you play, and why you decided that, hey, baseball is what I'm going to do at the next level.
I play both pitcher and middle infield. I could play really anywhere in the infield. But I went to a few big tournaments this year down in Jupiter, Florida. I played in the Perfect Game World Wood Bat Classic for the high school seniors, and a lot of pro scouts started talking to me, and I got their attention. We were in Long Island the one weekend, and Tim Alexander, the one Ray's supervisor scout, he saw me on a Sunday, and he told my parents they needed me down in Florida for Thursday. So I went down there, and that pretty much got me on the big map with all the professional scouts, and it just really, that kind of made my decision of what I wanted to do with college, just because of possibly going farther into the game.
We'll talk about such a tradition of baseball in Hazleton, between Joe Madden and, of course, what Russ Kanzler's done, Coach Antolik from years ago. There's a lot of good baseball players that come out of Hazleton for a city that they say is the most populated city and at the highest altitude in Pennsylvania. There's some darn good baseball players there.
Yeah, there were definitely some good baseball players to come out of here. Some that you didn't mention, too. Justin Gutsy came out of here, Kyle Landis, Adam Davis, who's in college right now. I've been working out with Russ lately, and I really think he's going to have a shot this year at it. We've been working hard. He's been working hard. He's a beast. He's one of the strongest people that I've ever been around. He's a great person to be around, too, just with all the advice and everything that he's given me over the past year. He's really been a great tool to use for my future, and I'm wishing him the best of luck.
Well, you talk about going to Penn State. Why did you choose Penn State, and what were some of the other choices that you had for baseball?
I got recruited in baseball by some bigger schools. I got recruited by Florida State, St. John's. They were two of the bigger schools that I was talking to. I got recruited a lot in the SEC, the ACC, the Big Ten. But I chose Penn State because the facilities were really nice. The education is world-class. Their sports traditions in any sport is very high class, and that made my decision.
Well, Sal, you got a bright future ahead of you as far as baseball-wise. There's still some basketball to be played, and I know you guys probably have some high goals. You have some individual high goals as well, but your experience overall at Hazleton Area and being a Cougar has been pretty positive.
Yeah, high school basketball has definitely been the highlight of my high school career in general. It's been a lot of fun getting to have such a great relationship with my coach, getting to have such a great relationship with the other players on the team, and we win games, so that makes it all the more better. We want to win the district this year, and of course we want to win the conference first, but we haven't won a district with this group, so I'm hoping to win the district and possibly move on into states.
Well, like you say, you're doing it with hard work, whether it's shooting baskets or getting ready for baseball. It seems like you got the right people to know. And you mentioned those other guys in Hazleton, how easy it is to forget. But a lot of successful guys going to the University of Pittsburgh and moving on, trying to get some pro contracts, stuff like that. And Sal Biasi hoping to be one of those guys who's next in line. Well, Sal, we wish you well the rest of basketball, and best of luck in baseball as well.
Thank you, John.
All right, that's Sal Biasi from Hazleton Area here on the John Mendola Show, driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers.